Gentlemen and female gentlemen, let's see what's going on in the spring anime season of 2025. Hell to the yeah. Alright, so G-Quack dropped his seasonal video, Spring Anime 2025 in a nutshell, and I'm excited to see what's actually going on this season. So I'll be real here. I basically didn't watch anything this season. I've been too busy catching up on good stuff that's been happening in the past, since I took like a little anime hiatus, but I am so back. I recently binged Orb. It was fantastic. I recently binged Dungeon Meshi. It was fantastic. And I recently watched about half of Apothecary Diaries, and it's actually really cute. So anyway, it turns out your boy is so back. Lock in, boys and girls. We are doing daily videos on this channel, anime videos, abridged series videos, cartoon over analysis, lore dives. We got to bring back the lore dives, I decided. And hell yeah, let's see what happens.
This spring is either going to go down in history as one of the most exciting seasons of anime in a long time,
or one of the worst,
or will be forgotten in the annals of time as the season of lost potential.
It was the season where nothing happened. Dude, I actually went back to watch old anime. Can you believe this? To watch old anime because nothing this season caught my eye except for literally only one thing. Only one thing this entire season caught my eye, and I didn't watch it yet realistically because I heard pretty mid things about it, but it was Lazarus. Lazarus looked cool. Everything else looked shit. But that's why we're watching the G-Quack video, to see what I'm actually gonna watch.
Normally when you look at the anime coming out, you see stuff like,
I'm probably, instead of watching anime this season, I'm gonna play Claire Obscure Expedition 33 because Tectone made me promise him I'd play it.
High profile, critically acclaimed Shonen Jump adaptation. Probably, I mean, you're gonna slap. Sequel to another highly beloved anime. Yeah, this one's gonna be popular. Yet, this spring we are largely heading into the unknown. New anime originals from fresh and also decorated creators of the past, franchise reboots, spin-offs, new unproven IP.
Oh right, there's the My Hero Academia spin-off. I literally forgot about that it even existed. I literally forgot that even existed, bro.
That could be a classic or die on a whimper. So screw the memes today because we've got a lot to get through.
Let's go.
Hit that intro. Yes, it's spring 2025, and you know what that means? That's right, it's been one entire year since spring 2024.
What? No! Can you believe Trump was only president for like 105 days?
Oh, you already knew that? Well, how about this then? It's also been almost
Did you know that it's a year since the last time I was sponsored by Wuthering Waves? Are you interested in anime women to remind you of how alone you are? Your shoulder! Oh, that whore! Unbelievable. Oh my god, an anime dude, this is literally like, anime has gotten to the point that it's like the main dude actually kisses the main girl in the first episode, and that is like the biggest twist of all time. Like, it normally takes 24 episodes until bro gets some fucking lip action. Here he kisses her in the first episode. Instant classic, the greatest thing of all time. All 7 swing states. Oh, she's a hag. Oh man.
Hi, Dad? I think I'm pregnant. In a move of pure disrespect, we have Kowloon Generic Romance, having the goal to put generic in its title, giving a bad name to the shit we see every season that actually deserve that title. A romance series set in Hong Kong.
That's reverse clickbait, putting generic in the title of an anime? No shot! They put generic in the title of an anime. Reverse clickbait.
Infamous.
Normally anime titles are like that time I was trapped in another world and get powered up every time I eat women's panties.
Kowloon War
or some shit.
City, capturing the era of 80s and 90s golden age so perfectly.
Right.
Well, an angel from Evangelion just floating above them, watching their every move, don't worry about it.
Wait,
every single goddamn frame of this show oozes atmosphere, transporting you back to a time you yearn to relive again, even if you never even lived it in the first place. This series is vibes. Watching this gives you the same feeling of listening to some random city pop playlist that YouTube recommended to you at 2 AM and getting nostalgic for an era you weren't even—
Okay, why is there a fucking Evangelion angel just floating there? Is he not gonna get to that?
Around for. We finally have a romance, not in high school, not with some immature kids. This is—
You see what I mean? The bar is so low. The bar is so low! A romance where the people having sex are adults! What unbelievable anime! New ground has been reached.
The sci-fi mystery aspect that leads me to believe there's more going on behind the scenes. And you know what? This isn't even the only anime this season with immaculate vibes. Cause what could be—
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch that show. Really, bro? That was it? That was the wreck? Aw,
be
man.
more immaculate than the end of humanity itself.
All right. Trump Gaza. I'm sorry, that was controversial.
Yes, it's another anime original coming from Cygames Pictures, and I think I've learned to have a soft spot for cheerful, comfy stories set
in an apocalypse.
In a desolate, post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah, I love post-apocalyptic comfy stories.
At this point, maybe the idea of the world coming to an end is more comfy than it seems.
Dude, did he just casually show like a bunch of random anti-Trump propaganda on his fucking video? There is no way. Wait.
Apocalyptic world, because at this point, maybe the
Signal Gate crisis deepens with more messages revealed. Bro, that was like such a nothing burger story.
The idea of
Trump's offers long promised pardons to 1,500 January 6 rioters, most of which were not violent and were politically prosecuted.
The world
California fires updates death toll in Los Angeles fires rise to 29. Yep, that was shit. Agreed.
Coming to an end.
Dow dropped 700 points for the worst day in 2025 so far. True. That was scary.
And there's more.
Elon Musk responds to Nazi salute. Are you serious? Bro, seriously, man?
Comfy than
Chilling new video shows fiery moments of impact between American Airlines plane and Army helicopter. Yep, the end of the world. RFK Jr. set to launch disease registry tracking autistic people. Based?
But also, there's just...
Sorry, that was crazy, man.
Something about...
Yeah, the world does seem like definitely a scary place right now, for real.
Combining...
But Elon Musk responding to the Nazi salute is not exactly there.
Upbeat stories with this air of melancholy that I can't help but gravitate towards every time, like a moth flying towards my next existential flame.
Yeah.
If, like me, you've been looking for a show that reignites those feelings you got from watching Girls' Last Tour.
I was so with him until his recommendation was it's just like Girls' Last Tour.
Give this one a go.
I mean, now it looks cute, I guess, but I really feel like it didn't sell me on it, not gonna lie.
This is the Nintendo Store announcement. We regret to inform you that there is only one Nintendo Switch 2 left, and it will be selling on a first-come, first-served basis.
Oh god, the last box of Pokemon cards.
Thank you for your understanding.
We got just a handful of sequels this season, like more
Didn't watch the first season.
boy shows about boys being boys doing boy things, like fighting,
boy things.
punching each other.
Yeah, like boys, baby!
Family brotherhoods with each other. Why are all the girls watching this? Shoshimin is continuing, Aharen, along with Sentai Daishikaku. Hopefully...
I heard that Go-Go Loser Ranger Season 1 was good. I didn't end up watching Season 1, but I did hear that Season 1 was pretty good. Is it actually good? Because people told me to watch it, like, literally when it just started, but I didn't end up getting to it, and I kind of never heard about it after it actually finished, so I'm a little scared. Is Go-Go Loser Ranger actually a good show? Loser Ranger's amazing? Alright, I'm gonna have to try it.
the season can capitalize on its premise and not drag us through another 7 episodes of exams we don't care about.
Gigog! Man, there's 7 episodes of exams in the first season of Loser Ranger? Oh my god. Alright, maybe we'll give it a roll. I'm actually, alright, I'm gonna tell you something. You're gonna make fun of me. I'm rewatching One Piece. I'm at the end of Skypiea. It's going very well.
Fire Force is entering its final season. I never finished the
Alright, whatever.
first one, but
Yeah, neither did I.
so often I'll come across a clip that makes me want to pick it back up. But
I'll see some epic clip of people in Fire Force flipping with epic animation, and then a random girl walks in and all of her clothes fall off.
that's if the later seasons don't take me out of some of the insane action scenes it's capable of
With fan service.
by shoving a boatload of tamaki
Yeah!
in my face every time I'm just
That's what
slightly
happened. Yeah, she just fell out of her clothes. It happens to all of us.
and that's a big if. Oh my god, is that Sea Dog VA? Oh my god, is that Sea Dog VA?
my
god, is that Sea Dog
It's a good idea.
VA? This one just came out of nowhere. We got another remake of a classic manga from the creator of Detective Conan this time, which I'd
Alright.
never heard of before. But
Okay.
god damn if this didn't turn out to be some of the best animation on offer this season. Studio
Alright.
Wit continue to prove they are just the master chef with everything they touch, because this is on a whole nother level for remakes of old school anime.
All right, that looks beautiful. Wait, hold up. This looks good.
Even with some of the great ones we've had recently. My Hero Academia is also here with
He didn't even mention the plot. He just said it looks nice and it's old. Come on, man. Sell me on something, please.
a darker, grittier spin-off series that has so far impressed me as much as the mainline show. It's
I'm in so much pain. Like, listen.
here with a darker, grittier
Darker?
spin-off
Grittier?
series that has
Okay.
so far impressed me
It impressed him. This is awesome.
as much as the mainline show.
Aw, man. Oh man, you mean the mainline show post fall off or pre fall off? I'm gonna get so many hate comments on this video because people don't like when I'm negative and people only like when I'm positive, but they don't realize that they watch me for the sass. I'm here for the sass. You get honesty here. I'll be honest. So I have to say, My Hero Academia, until I'd say the end of the overhaul arc, I think was really good. And then after the overhaul arc was shit. So when you say this is like on the same level as MA, like, are we talking pre-overhaul or post-overhaul?
It's interesting to see a street-level perspective of the Hero Academia world, following characters who don't have flashy city-leveling powers still—
I approve. I like that so much better.
Will find a way to take down these supervillains. You got your friendly neighborhood Slider-Man, some idol wannabe whose quirk is to bounce.
Bro, fucking awesome.
Crazy stuff. And the most powerful hero of all.
Yeah. It's just, man.
Yes, there's the guy whose only quirk is the 2 massive balls he wakes up with every morning to take on these supervillains without having any powers.
Based! This is what Deku should have done, man. This is what Deku should have done. I firmly stand by this. Deku should have said, I want to be the best hero, and he would have been like, okay, and then he would have trained him to be like Batman, beating up villains with no quirk. That would have made such a good show.
It's Only Mans.
Only Mans, baby! We are, you know what? Maybe we're watching this.
So,
I would watch that. That looked good, actually.
Did you hear about what's going on? Not really, I don't follow the news. So yeah, well, America's putting up tariffs. Yeah, on who? Canada and Mexico. Wait, I was wrong. It's every country.
Yeah.
It's only 10% though.
Except for China.
Minimum. But they're gonna wait 90 days. Except China's getting a special tariff. It's 104%. Wait, no, that was a lie. It's 245%. It's always nice.
Classic inserting Trump into my anime. All right.
A light-hearted comedy be one of the most hyped up series this season. Coming from the author of Sket Dance, we have Witch Watch. But with which watch do we watch Witch Watch with? I don't know where I'm going with this. Girl comes back from Witch
that was a good take.
and has to choose her familiar.
Yeah, all right. But remember, Trash Taste didn't know anything about Hassan before they had them on the podcast. Just saying.
A being that will permanently become her manslave, protecting her, serving her, listening to her every whim. If this was an isekai, we'd call this slavery in cursive, and she's chosen her childhood friend. But unfortunately for him, this is the person he's serving.
Wait, so is this entire plot about a literally insufferable, unbelievably insufferable woman taking advantage of a man? You can get behind this. Seems like it could work.
Yep, she's one of those. This is the type of girl who'd stare at a bottle of orange juice because it said concentrate. But it's the chemistry between the two leads that makes these opening episodes
the type of woman that she's the reason why we need directions on a shampoo bottle.
Work so well. For the 5 of you that still remember Aho Girl, this is that with more—
I watched Aho Girl. It was weird.
Magic and less domestic violence.
That was literally the best part of Aho Girl. I don't understand. How is he underselling? He says something to make me interested in the anime, and then he immediately undercuts it. But he's like, but don't worry, because there's no domestic violence. Fuck, man. Aho Girl was awesome. He beat the shit out of that girl. It was great. All right, that's gonna get taken out of context.
Lazarus. If there was one show I was excited for before—
This was it. This is the only show this entire season that I was excited for. All right, Giguk, make it sound awesome.
Before the season started, this one was my pick. It's some dystopian future where all of humanity has got addicted to some miracle drug because it's easily accessible and affordable with no—
If he makes like RFK references, I'm gonna lose my mind.
No apparent drawbacks except for one.
You die. Wait, why is there a dreidel? Why is there a dreidel in Lazarus? Oh, the Jewish government, Illuminati is controlling the world. Obviously, you know what? Maybe I am one.
The drug's creator, Dr. Skinner, that anyone—
He's Jewish, isn't he? Man, that's crazy. There's no way, bro. There's no way.
Anyone who's taken the drug will die approximately 3 years after they first take it.
Classic Jews, am I right, guys? That was the job!
The world falls into chaos, panic ensues, and the Dow Jones drops to the lowest it's ever been in—
If he does this Trump thing—
years. Oh, you wacky sci-fi story. And so a ragtag team is formed to catch him in what looks to be an old school action sci-fi.
Alright.
You got Shinichiro One.
Alright, looks cool so far. I am here for it.
Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo.
I mean, it was made by Cowboy Bebop.
One of the most goated directors this medium has seen, and you pair him with Chad Stahelski. John Wick's Chad Stahelski for the action choreography with—
That's badass! Oh my god! They thought Hillary would win? Dude, they literally thought Hillary would win.
Studio Mappa bringing their best, and this should be a recipe for success. Visually, it's absolutely top dollar. The music is bebop-esque with a modern twist.
I'm loving it so far. This sounds good.
The world looks so vibrant and alive with an early 2000s vibe we haven't seen for so long. On paper and with the names behind it, this is a show I really, really want to like. But
no.
I don't know, guys. Something just feels off.
Well, we're here to save the world.
What are we? Some kind of Suicide Squad.
We're like the Avengers or something.
Oh shit, guys, I was bloody joking.
Oh no! They have like Avengers references, bro. Oh man.
Writing is trying so hard to be cool. Really hard. Maybe a bit too hard, because it sometimes reaches awkward sounding dialogue or even Marvel level quips. It never quite reaches the natural charm and chemistry when you watch something like Cowboy Bebop. I mean, just take the main character. He's like Spike. He can do everything that Spike does, except with more backflipping. He can fight like Spike with more backflipping. He can run like Spike with more backflipping. Motherfucker graduated from the Leon Kennedy School of Necessary Backflipping.
I'm dying. I'm dying. They ruined my anime again.
Like a bird that was let out of its cage.
Did the bird do a flip on the way out? I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt now because it's still doing so many other things right.
All right, I'm gonna give it time before I actually watch it. I'll be honest, I am not watching this anime unless someone tells me it's actually good. I've given up on the whole, oh, I'll just watch the first 3 episodes and then drop it because it's shit. Nah. You tell me it's good before I invest my time. I've got time for this.
It's
also that freeze frame.
Early days, so we'll know soon if it'll fall flat on its face or will it fly away
like a bird from its cage.
Like a bird backflipping out of its cage.
I knew it was coming. I felt it coming.
On this episode of What in the Actual
No, I saw people talking about this on Twitter. No!
An anime where a girl can loop back in time every time she takes off her underwear. Now,
I'm not even saying this like to be mean. Time loop underwear girl is unironically a better plot than anything else he described so far. Like, let's be real for just a second. Like, let's just be honest. What has he described that had a better plot than time traveling panty girl? Like, let's be real.
Now, I'm no stranger to anime logic. I can get behind degeneracy. I can get behind wacky.
The name of the anime is Please Put Them On. Wait, what?
Concepts. But you're telling me a silent classroom full of people is not going to notice a guy standing up in eye shot of everyone and walking over to the most popular girl in class only to get on his knees and play around with her underwear while she violently moans.
Nah. What? Nah. Nux, you would only hate the first episode. I feel like I will not only hate the first episode.
Fucker, I couldn't get a coffee in class without getting a snarky comment from the teacher. Meanwhile, bro is up there putting his foot halfway up the stairway to heaven, and not a single person is pointing this out.
Bro! How is this real?
Gigog, it's just a...
Hassan Piker, you should go. You should go, Hassan.
Mechicho, why are you overthinking this? No, this is still a story based on rules we have to abide by. I can't suspend my disbelief to this. My dick would never forgive me again.
Fair enough.
May be degenerates.
I respect
that.
that.
We may watch shows that appeal to the lowest common denominator, but that doesn't mean we can't goon with standard... Wait, hold on. Crunchyroll actually have the uncensored version on that?
There's a nudity version of the Gooner anime?
That's right. Okay, hold on a second.
Here's your bill. $4.16, pervert.
Oh, is it she? Pervert! What you call it, pervert?
It's written on the bill!
You know what? Forget degenerates, isekai, or fantasy fans.
Oh, dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. They have fucking time-traveling children panty drama videos, but they banned interspecies reviewers? Yo, that's just porn, dog! In a high school! Listen, I can't believe that Trash Taste had someone on their podcast that went to a Diddy party and a brothel in Germany that was rated for sex trafficking children. But that's great. I'm sorry, that was a joke. That was a joke. I mean, not what he said. All that was actually true. But the joke was the fact that I don't actually hold them accountable for the fact that they had someone on their podcast go to a Diddy party in a brothel in Germany.
Do you know who's eating real good this season? Slice of Life fans. We got Eurocamp except they become fat fats, but this food looks delicious. There's Eurocamp funded by the Yamanashi Prefecture coming from the author of... Oh, there's some anime girl who finds an expensive hobby traveling around Japan in what I can assume is the most elaborate tax write-off for the mangaka making it. Wait a minute, this is just Abroad in Japan, adorable blue-haired anime girl edition. A ninja and under one roof.
Wait, he's like, these are like maybe some of the most boring plot points I've ever seen.
For a deadpan ayaya comedy, this somehow has way better animation than most traditional action shows this season. You know, this spring we just have so much to pick from, and yet even out of all these,
none of them look good.
There is one anime that I think has more potential.
Oh, okay.
Above all others.
He was saving the best for now.
And it isn't even technically an anime. To Be Hero X is the latest high-profile series.
I actually heard of this. People in my chat told me I needed to react to this. Hold up, chat! Hold up!
He's coming from
China.
And
China! We love China very much.
Holy hell, did they come here to play? It's been a while since I've been so genuinely awestruck at the...
Alright, I might actually react to this. You guys told me, what's it called? My Hero X? Everyone to Be Hero X? Everyone was telling me I needed to check this out. To be Hero X. Maybe we'll react to this on stream. That's crazy. Okay.
Production values of an animated
It looks gorgeous.
series. Okay, that's actually a lie. Since Arcane recently shattered that bar before it, but I
mean, Arcane is one of my favorite things ever.
did not think it would be so soon till I saw something that could even compete
with Arcane. That fucking sold me. Because Arcane's a masterpiece. Oh god. Oh god. I'm excited. Dude,
To Be Hero X is getting pretty damn close. We got China's version of Tiger and Bunny with a world of hyper-commercialized superheroes. Yes, as you can tell, this looks very similar to Arcane to the point where I had to double check it wasn't by the same studio. But they are just completely flexing by switching up styles on a whim, with multiple animation studios working on this, giving potential for some of the coolest animated sequences I've seen in a very long time. 3D, 2D, all of it blends together in a way that hasn't been attempted since...
No! Put it away!
This could be as much of a stylistic choice as it is a narrative one, and if the trailers are of any indication, there's even more switch-ups to come. This is not an anthology of stories. This feels like an anthology of animation, and a celebration of everything kick-ass. No, this isn't technically an anime, but as an anime fan...
No, I approve including this on the goddamn list. This looks awesome.
And nothing is getting me more pumped this season than...
This looks awesome. China! We love China very much. That's crazy.
To Be Hero X.
Alright, hold me to this. Hold me to this. We're looking into this.
Hey yo, watching the crack? Okay guys, remember last time when I freaked out trying to convince you guys that idol anime and band anime are totally different things? Well,
now there's an idol band anime.
I think I finally realized the massive difference that makes these two genres totally unique. You see, I like this music. It feels like we've entered a new era of band anime.
I mean, I feel like the difference between idol anime and band anime is the fact that band anime is mostly about the girls' love for music, and idol anime is about the girls' love for a fan base. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an idiot here, but that's my perspective, and neither of those two genres exactly make me that into either of them, to be honest. It's not my favorite genres for sure.
Since there seems to be at least one great one coming out every season, and this one looks to be joining the best of them. Music aside, what could be more fun than a bunch of upty pret school or jaw summers politely speaking to each other in uppercase before shredding on the guitar and getting really concerningly wet while doing so as a sign of their totally platonic friendship. No Hoyoverse. This was just a bloody fun show, and I don't know how they can make it any better. Oh! There's a bird! And she's flying out of the cage!
True!
Oh my god, when's she gonna do a backflip? I don't know what bloody horse Enma Ironvertex fans sacrificed to the gacha gods, but this franchise has now somehow become one of the must-watch sports anime. For those unaware, you come in thinking of watching a cash grab of some gacha game.
Are you kidding me? This is back? Is this the one with like the horse girl? Is this the horse girl anime?
And then they will drop a scene like this. Cygames is one of the few companies that have used their exorbitant gacha earnings for good, with their studio pumping out the highest quality adaptations for all their IPs while also funding exciting anime originals like Apocalypse Hotel.
I respect that, and by respect that, I mean I will not watch this show, but I respect that they're making something out of their content that isn't literally just gambling. Someone tell Vosh about this.
Congratulations, Uma Musume players. You are no longer filthy gacha gamers like the rest of us. Be proud. You have ascended to investors. Oh, new season of Mushoku Tensei coming in. Wait.
Oh, wait, what? There is?
Hold on a second.
Oh, no. Oh, no! No!
The beginning after the end.
I hate when they do this. It's like, oh, that thing is popular. I'm going to make the same exact thing again.
Now, this is a Webtoon anime with a story.
Yep, Sassy Nux is back. Webtoon anime are all shit, okay? I have not seen a single good Webtoon anime. I'm sure that someone's gonna get upset about this. Someone saw a Webtoon anime that they liked. Hot take. I have never seen a good Webtoon anime. They're all bad.
I've been told rivals Mushoku Tensei's, and well...
Oh, get me out of here.
The only thing coming close to an end is my hope that this is gonna get a good adaptation. You know, I got a feel for the beginning after the end fans. If this is the final product they waited for, I can only imagine the first drop.
This fucking 4-year-old Naruto running. I'm enjoying the beginning after the end, though. All right, if you say so.
After the screenplay went something along the lines.
Solo Leveling came from Webtoon. Solo Leveling was a manhwa.
Of.
In the beginning. Yeah. In the beginning. Yeah.
I approve.
In the beginning.
Well, now that girls graduating, there's got to be some way to get weebs into baseball, and what better way than a cute, smug anime girl who will tease you at every baseball game. I'm suddenly uninterested. I know baseball is Japan's pastime and all, but I'm more of a football guy myself.
I mean, I personally think baseball is the worst sport. Hot take. No, that's not true. There's curling. Curling is a worse sport. I take it back. I was wrong. I was filthy wrong. I was dead blood wrong. I apologize. I had made a continuous and severe lapse in judgment. Baseball's still shit, though. Don't get me wrong. But curling is worse. So I dearly apologize to everyone.
Yeah, this one wasn't great. And then we get to Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman.
Why are there so many of these?
Another fantasy anime, except the main character is an older guy now.
Whoa! You see what I mean? Like, what's different about this and like literally all the other anime? They're exactly the same. Well, this guy's 40. Got him.
Look, at least anime is self-aware enough now to know that the audience that grew up watching Sword Art Online 12 years ago are now no longer teenagers, but
13 years ago.
Do they think we're so cheap, so unchanged from our younger selves that we'd fall for the same
Yes, absolutely. This is a girl with abs. It's over.
Our fantasy show, except this time they just aged up the protagonist.
It's so over! Dude, imagine, they actually realized that their fan base isn't luring in young kids starry-eyed for an adventure fantasy. They are making a self-insert for lonely adults. I cannot believe the self-awareness of these anime studios. That's crazy.
This really chill and mature guy who's actually super modest and trying to get by in life, unaware how powerful he is, but still never overestimating himself, preaching respect and self-improvement, humbling cocky teenagers who end up admiring him and listening to him, not because he has aura, but because he has wisdom and life experience. And fuck, I really like this one.
Oh.
Hey, we're not that old yet.
I don't know, I might actually watch this. It's kind of hilarious. I love the concept of, they made a self-insert anime, but for like older lonely people. That's crazy.
Hey guys, we're still hip with the kids. Hey, look guys, chicken jockey.
Oh, I knew he would include that in this video somehow.
Keeping on theme with the amount of nostalgic shows, we got an anime that looks like it jumped right out of late 2000s visual novel adaptation. Yes, if you couldn't tell, this is Key. Yes, if you couldn't tell, this is Jun Maeda. Yes, if you couldn't tell, it's probably gonna tear your heart to shreds, but the real question is, how is it going to stack up against birds? They got birds!
Oh,
wait,
no.
where's the cage they're
No
escaping
backflips.
from? Not even a single backflip?
No.
Come on, guys, this is probably gonna be ass. Next up.
What just happened in that scene?
Where's the cage they're escaping from? Not even a single backflip? I changed my mind, guys. This is probably gonna be ass.
Dude, we are so here.
Next up, Gundam G-Quack.
Yeah!
Gundam.
G-Cucks?
G-Cucks!
Gundam.
G-Quack.
Oh,
Yeah, let's go with
that's
that.
crazy.
Now, this is the highest profile new Gundam series to be released in a while, and while I've seen my
I didn't even know this was coming out. So I'll be real here. Iron-Blooded Orphans was fire, and Gundam Doe was fire. No other Gundam that I watched was good. Is that a hot take? I feel like that's a hot take.
fair share of Gundams, my editor, who is an OG Gundam fan and far better equipped to talk about this than me, has given me his statement he would like me to read on whether you should be watching this or not, from a true Gundam fan. Mobile Suit Gundam G-Quack is a collaborative production from Sunrise and Studio Kara. The project marks the first credited work Hideaki Anno has contributed to the franchise since Char's counterattack in 1980. Oh my god, it's got girls! Cute girls! Set in an alternate Universal Century timeline, this presents a scenario in which Char Aznavour joins the
Hell yeah, lightsaber Gundams, but with cute girls. That's it. They know how to get the audience.
Xeon raid on Side 7 in 0079. A setting like this runs the risk of alienating new fans in the same way UC itself does, but also for the UC purists that don't like the change. They're playing the guitar together. Look at that, that's so cute. Oh god, they're adorable. I actually feel as though in diverging so heavily from the original story, it may make it easier for new fans to pick up without prior context. And as for myself, I'm thoroughly enjoying G-Quack, but I do find myself having many issues with most of the mechanical designs as they and now they're sleeping with each other. This is peak anime right here. We've done it, guys. We've exhausted all other isekai ideas.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man. G-Quacks out there really got a stellar review.
Is that there's only
I'm not watching this.
one place left it can possibly go.
Space!
Remember when I said the amount of isekai that start by death from overwork was getting a little depressing? Well, how about this? We got another overworked salaryman. Okay, nothing new to see here, but this time he has a family and he finds out his wife is cheating on him. But wait, that's not all.
No,
Turns out
no.
his daughter is not actually his real daughter.
No!
And if his daughter wasn't bad enough already, he gets framed for taking money from his company. His wife tells him he's pathetic. His daughter tells him she doesn't love him.
Stop,
gets fired,
please.
divorced, loses custody, is forced to pay child
No, please
support
make it
and
stop.
the 50 million yen he got framed
What
for
the
embezzling.
fuck?
And then, after all this, he gets cancer. Oh man, we didn't know how good we had it when Truck was
Oh
about.
my
See this
God.
anime? Can a boy-girl friendship survive?
You didn't even get to like the isekai. That's crazy, man. Oh my lord. Who makes stuff like this? The answer to if a boy-girl friendship can survive is if they have sex.
No.
This one's an interesting concept. On her 17th birthday, an apprentice witch gets told she is cursed and has a year left to live.
All
That
right.
is, unless she is able to collect 1,000 tears of joy from people, which will not only save her life, but also grant her immortality.
Oh,
and so
based.
she goes on a personal journey to help strangers and bring some genuine happiness to people's lives.
This sounds like shit. I like death, destruction, and morbidity. Making people happy? Miss me with that.
Damn, isn't this nice?
No.
Isn't this a feel-good series? No. Small brain. Amateur shit. Let's break this down.
Oh,
you
whoa.
need to average at least
Okay.
2.7 tears per day, or you are going to die. That is multiple tears per day. Going around solving random people's problems is probably the dumbest fucking thing you can do in this situation. Think, girl. Think.
So I think, realistically, I think it would be really important. All right, if she does this, I would actually watch the show. Imagine this. She starts a Holocaust and then ends the Holocaust. Think about this, right? Think about, like, hear me out. Hear me out. That would be the best way. Like, she needs to start some sort of cataclysm and end it. That's the only chance. You gotta get a bunch of tears in the same place. I feel like anything other than that, this isn't happening. You get someone's cat out of the tree, they are not gonna cry for you. It's not gonna happen.
You can mainly focus on just one person at a time. Each problem can take maybe days or even more to solve, and at the end of it all, you don't even have a guaranteed success rate if the fucker doesn't want to cry. So, here's how a pro does it. Step 1. Get an apartment right next to a hospital. Extra points for a hospital that specializes in life-saving services.
Or she could just go to like an anime convention and say, I'll let you hug me if you want. I feel like that's an easier way to do it.
Or delivering newborns. This will give you a way to passively farm that shit when you got nothing going on.
True.
Step 2. Becoming a wedding officiant. Weddings are
Valid.
just prime farming spots for people crying out of tears of
Alright.
joy, and being an officiant means you only have to commit an hour while possibly hitting up multiple weddings a day.
Based.
Even if it's not the most emotional wedding, you should have
Okay, dude, why with the incest,
at
bro?
least an 80% success rate on the bride, groom, and their parents. But if that still sounds like too much work, don't worry. We have the nuclear option. Are you ready? Attend one single Taylor Swift concert and you will reach your cap in a single song with tears to spare, I swear
Alright,
to God.
okay,
You will be
alright.
thanking white women for the rest of the immortal life you will now live. But no, ooh, make this grandma cry. I'm so happy. And finally, coming from
Wait, so none of that actually happens? Wait, she actually does the lame route and she goes around just going to random people trying to get one tear at a time? Dude, my nuclear option was way better. It was literal.
the king of trashy romance anime is the Shiunji family children. From the same mind that gave us Rent-A-Girlfriend, this
From the same mind that gave us an incredibly mid-shit show, we have another mid-shit show.
is an anime that's a harem romance series about a dude and his 4 stepsisters, one blood sister, and a younger brother. And I'm sure
You cannot, how did they make Rent-A-Girlfriend the mature, better version of this? Incest Xfinity, bro. What is going on?
for hearing this summary, you may
man.
laugh, you may snicker to yourself.
I want to kill myself.
But I am here in awe, witnessing a man of true talent. Because a project like this is one of pure dedication and determination from a
Bro,
person
dude.
with something to prove. We can all learn something from Shuinji family. It is infinitely harder to create than to judge. But if you're gonna do something, if you're gonna do anything, what's the point of doing it if you're not going to try to be the best?
I don't know at all what he was trying to say in that sentence.
Even if you're the best at being the worst. If one man's trash is another man's treasure, then
I'm
this
dying.
man can turn a trash can into a fully operational waste disposal center. Because even if you think you've reached your full potential, be that person who can dig deep and know they have more to
He's talking about an incest show.
give, who can look at his work on Rent-A-Girlfriend and
Help me, stepbro, the anime.
say no.
We have 6 separate washing machines for all of my stepsisters, sisters, and brothers to get stuck in at the same time.
We must go lower. Who can look at the amount of sisters in Domestic Girlfriend and say, nay, we must go higher. 1 sister, 2 sisters, how about 5, and a younger brother, because there is always
That's
a higher
crazy.
summit to climb. So, just remember, family always comes first.
Oh,
Just as long
stop.
as you don't come in family.
That was crazy, man. All right, so in conclusion, Spring Anime 2025 One of the worst seasons for anime for a while. However, I am absolutely going to watch To Be Hero X. That one looked absolutely fire. And that's not even an anime. But I am going to watch that. That one sounds great. But goddamn, bro. Incest squared over here. I did not think that was happening. Anything else that you guys suggest? Maybe I'll... Dude, the one thing that I actually wanted to try, realistically, I did want to try Lazarus. However, I'm so disappointed he said it was shit. So anyway, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you guys locking for anime. Daily videos on the channel. We do anime. We do cartoons. We do everything. Overanalyzing everything. Abridged series, lore dives. That's how it is. I'll see you in the next one, gamers. And remember to stay weird, fam.